Hello, and welcome back to part 11 of the Revolutionary North Zebrica. In the last episode, we finally defeated the Egypts. And in this episode, the Griffonian Republic dies. I knew they were on the verge, but... oh boy. I didn't expect to see them die that fast, that early in this episode. I didn't realize they were like 1% to capitulation. I did notice that the Equestrian Kingdom has finally started pushing back the Northern Storm some. Maybe they actually won't get obliterated. I also love that the Kingdom of Equestria is still just chilling. I don't know how you are alive. Egypts, yeah, you're in the thingy now. You're currently constantly losing. Now, I did also notice that changing your ideology is actually quite a good way of being able to just change which path you're on. Like, you could actually take all 4 of these paths and get the bonuses of all of them playing as one of these nations, which is kind of interesting. Some of the nations like that can also have slave-based economies they can start with, and they can get rid of them. I knew that this guy kind of starts with a slave-based economy, but I didn't know any other guys did. Makes sense. It's not just a one-nation thing. Widespread DU weapons. Depleted uranium is harder and denser than lead, and as an added bonus, it ignites on impact. Our tanks and battleships shall be armored with this material, and our anti-tank guns shall use it in their rounds. Alright. Man, this is a interesting world we've got here. You've basically got a huge supremacist nation, a huge non-aligned nation, and a huge communist nation. You know what we're missing? A huge harmonist nation. Apparently harmony is dead. What am I talking about? I am true harmony. No, I really am. I mean, I'm as close to a harmonist power as you can find. I mean, harmony's still around plenty, but it's, who's the biggest harmonist nation? Ah, the Kingdom of Equestria. Well, as long as they have them, they're gonna be fine. The Majocracy of Mauritania. That's a interesting leader look. Magical artifact collectors. Oh. The Majocracy of Mauritania is a haven of magical research. Realm ruled by mages for hundreds of years. The study of magic has a scientific discipline in their forte, and the protection of magical artifacts affects their mission. DU is for you. The Army Procurement Office has begun rolling out depleted uranium ammunition for our Army armor-piercing weapons, with plans to roll out DU plating on our heaviest vehicles as soon as we can get them retrofitted. Several commissioners have been asked by their troops to speak to the higher-ups about DU, as much as the rank and file are still uncomfortable with handling gear that sets off Geiger counters. Although many troops in the anti-tank detachment have expressed amazement at the performance of new ammunition, you'll probably have to think of a better way of addressing their concerns than telling them, it's only a little bit of radiation. Is this stuff safe? Oh well, it works. You know, it works. So, you know, it'll be fine. I'm gonna wait a few days. I can finally look at it! I've been so curious. While pure fusion weapons are likely out of reach for the foreseeable future, we can trigger a fusion reaction with a fission reaction. Such complicated designs will naturally require further research, but it only means we will rise to the challenge. A fission-fusion weapon will be ours. What? I don't know. One nation I've noticed is you, which a clever criminal and entrepreneur has been ruled for 20 years. Like, they're a black market town. They're the mafia are in charge. The black market, skydocks. Like there are tiny nations that have some details that make me very curious about the path that they'll eventually have. I'm also very curious about what the 3 different paths for like the 3 Storm Kingdom nations will have. I'm very curious about the Ice Dragon tribe. Oh. A multi-stage weapon. Pazda listens carefully as the scientists explain the proposed design. While still a purely theoretical notion, the science behind it was sound. A 2-stage weapon using the heat and pressure created in nuclear fission to produce nuclear fusion. In both complexity and blast yield, this thermonuclear device would make the crystal atomic bomb look like a firecracker. Pazda eyes fixed on the lab-coated sea pony at last. So you're telling me it would take years to get this right? We'd have to pour as much effort into this, if not more, than making the first nuclear weapons. Yes, Madam General Secretary, but you think it'll work? A fusion bomb within this decade? According to most of our current understanding of atomic physics, under the right circumstances, a fission bomb can trigger a fusion reaction, and the energy released would be vastly greater than anything we have now. So we could very well see yields exceeding a magneton. Over a magneton? And now we have 3 nukes. Oh, there goes our nukes. Tritium amassment. In order to construct such a weapon, we will need plentiful fuel. Fusion weapons require entirely different fuel than fission, and we're essentially starting from scratch. We will begin purchasing lithium-6 and bombarding it with neutrons to create our tritium. Nice. Oh no, the penguins! They finally died. Well, they fought hard to try to resist, but they sadly couldn't fight hard enough. Another nation I am very interested is the free camel tribes, because, well, they're camels. I think they're the only camel. There's also, yeah, giraffes. Like, there's some that are very much the only one of their type on the area. Project Tidal Wave. Planes flying low over the water have reported a curious increase to their lift, dubbed the ground effect. This may make a possible larger plane/boat hybrid capable of moving extremely fast and avoiding enemy radar by simply flying under it. Ideally, such planes/boats would be able to hold missiles or torpedoes. Therefore, these ground effect vehicles must be investigated as soon as possible. Yes, they must. No, I'm behind on doing some of those. I mean, all I'm doing is building nukes anyways, so. My entire plan is, okay, so we're gonna build some nukes, yes, and then we're gonna build some nukes, yeah, and then we build some more nukes, okay, I get it, and then we build some nukes, interesting. What about after that, though? Nukes? I see. Yes, I get what your plan is. Yes, I understand. Beautiful plan. I need more trucks. constructs will be bumped to 15. The lunar... No! Yakistan! This is why I didn't puppet them. Poor Yakistan. They've got no chance. They were birthed back into this world after the defeat, just to die once again. Fight them till their last. They're the only thing left stopping them from continental domination. Good luck. Please, just try to win. I need thermonuclear experiments researched. Where do I... Okay, I need to finish that, which that's gonna take a while. How am I supposed to get that done in any reasonable amount of time to be able to continue this path? Can I... If I go over to, like, here, is it boosted? It's already boosted to be that quick. Okay. Guess I might be stuck for a while. For a while, I mean a long while, geesh. Well, let's begin some projects. The unconventional nuclear applications. Nuclear landmines, nuclear depth charges, nuclear air-to-air missiles, and more. There are so many ways to integrate nuclear power into the modern battlefield. We need to investigate all of them, as our troops will need every edge they can get. Yes. Yes, they must. I think my plan with war might be, in the long term, send in the Marines, and then send in the tanks behind the Marines, and eventually delete normal army troops, and just blitzkrieg, starting with no Kingdom of Yaks, with the lunar forces in control of most of Yakistani territory. Their government has gone into exile, and their main forces have capitulated to the Lunar Empire, who is now in control of their home area. The violent struggles between the Lunar Empire and the Kingdom of Yakistan are officially over, and the defeated side is entirely at the mercy of the victors. The avalanche swallowed them one last time. They weren't of the true belief. They weren't communists. They didn't know of the aliens that exist. But they were resistance fighters, fighting back against the evil empire, fighting for their own beliefs over the supremacist ways of Nightmare Moon, Luna. We will honor their sacrifice and accept any of their people to be rightful citizens of our nations. They may have lost their fight, but their fight will live on. And we will bring their people back one day. At least, I hope we may. Wow, Rumir is still holding off the Griffonian Empire, though. Also, Bronze Hill is still a puppet. They really placated them hard to get them to keep their independence. So this war is never gonna end. Star tank visions. Radiation-proof armor. With the increased commonality of nuclear devices on the battlefield, our forces will need to be properly protected. This, in turn, requires that we develop thick lead armor for our mechanized and tank units, and reshape the tank design to allow the blast wave to flow around it. While this will be difficult and complicated, the rewards will make it worthwhile. If you noticed a brief cut, like my mouse moved or something, it's because I had to pause my recording. I got a phone call and I had to take it, so. But I am back to finish the recording after just about a couple minutes. Alright, back in the groove of thing. What was I doing? No, I was just looking around the world. What's up? Oh, I can do deep sea extraction. Okay, expect you to be there. Where can I do? Okay, can I do these, by the way? Okay, I just need to. Most of them I just need to continue. I need to finish that one first. Ah. It's all 30 types. Yeah, I might as well. Alright. What's up? Oh, I can upgrade stuff. Thank you. Alright. Where are you? You, I noticed, are in the aftermath of Mazwi's disintegration. Manina rallied an army of slaves and with them united the lands of Hazeb. After becoming queen, she liberated all slaves in the newborn nation and vowed to erase the oppressive institution from all the Great Lakes and perhaps even all of Zebrica. While the formerly enslaved masses rejoice, the former slave owners are furious and many plot the downfall of the queen. So you might not be a communist, but you're actually somebody I could potentially at least see as a okay figure. All around the world, workers live under the cruel rule of their overlords. While we may not agree with all our comrades internationally, when it is them or an evil vastly worse, there is no choice. Even harmonists may prove allies against the terrors of supremacy. Let all in the world hear us and rejoice or tremble. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're not communists, but they're harmonic. They're not like them. Honestly, I'd be kind of tempted to I can't do that. I am not dismantling my alliance, no matter how tempting it is to see if I can get an ally out of them. Well, they need to be more communist anyways, it looks like, because, like them. No, yeah, if I want to join them, I'd probably need, like, more non-aligned or something. Plus, that would just be wrong. I mean, you might be weaker, but you're definitely not the oppressed. In fact, even though you're an oligarchy, you're a better option than those evil people. I mean, I don't particularly love you, but you did probably save all those people from... What? Eastern Dogs Republic? Why'd you stop trading with me? I need so much trading for... Is there a way I can make crystals? Can I... Because I might have to stop making More nuclear factories just so I can actually... Yes, I want to filter by to be announced. Wait, so Equestria, Zebrica, and Griffonia, there are 4 to be announced sections? I don't think I ever noticed that. Wow. Wait, cry the moderates, you're pushing too hard. Stop, demands the reactionaries, or we'll shoot. Die, snarls the imperious communist filth. We shall not wait. We shall not stop. We shall not die. We shall prevail, no matter if the whole world stands against us. And look of it, they just might. Yeah. I mean, they just straight up. Oh, they consider us mortal enemies. Got it. We too. I didn't realize that. Well, them are different ideologies. I mean, they suck, but comparing them to the Lunar Empire, the conquerors of an entire continent. Wait, how did you... They took over the main islands, but you're just alive on that island? That... I don't... How would you do that? Ooh. Communist sympathies? Far from the Princess Gate? Oh, I'll read that after. Project Tilde Wave. Although the ground effect vehicle has been successfully created, military applications are very limited at best. It is too fast, too hard to control, and the missiles we had hoped to mount on its back are too destabilizing to aerodynamic and inhibit its movement more than is acceptable. Regrettably, we must reassign the few we have built to scouting purposes, where their speed will hopefully be valuable in spotting an enemy fleet. In the future, we may be able to assign some as troop transports where their speed would be invaluable for naval invasions, but for now, scouting is all they can do. Unfortunate. Primitive scouting ground effect vehicles. And, while it may seem insane to leave nuclear weapons floating around in the ocean, the fact that a single naval mine, if equipped with nuclear payload, can sink an entire flotilla of enemy vessels and can effectively deny a much larger area to the enemy, since enemy vessels, those far away from the blast, could be damaged or sunk. Interesting idea. I want to learn more about you. The son of Perdo Cuta's second president. Flower cocktail. Wow. These guys have way too much details for somebody who's just got introduced. I already talked about that. I'm not going to bring it back up thereafter. But anyways, prosperous, respected, and with plentiful power, both hard and soft, reactionary North Zebrica stands as a shining beacon of revolutionary North Zebrica. I was reading reactionary as an enemy. I thought we were talking about something else. Okay, blah, blah, blah. North Zebrica stands as a shining beacon of communism. Our comrades around the world salute us, and the capitalists and reactionaries fear and despise us. Though cowards flinched and traitors sneered, we've kept the blue flag flying here. That's a good one. Communist sympathies. Far from the purchaser's gaze, poverty, corruption, and social inequality have oppressed the workers, farmers, and mines of Porto Caballero. Inspired by Stalingrad, the poor ponies have taken to communism and socialism as a way of looking for a brighter future. In 1005, communist revolutionaries led by Margese Kolstro attempted to storm a military barracks and incite a general uprising. Unfortunately, the coup attempt was stopped with little violence and the perpetrators imprisoned. Man, so unfortunate. Portugal is a land of wealth, and equestrian business ponies have always seen it as such. Thanks to equestrian investment, our nation has seen many modern advancements, such as automobiles and phones. However, most of our industries, farms, and mines are owned by equestrian-based companies, giving foreign ponies a monopoly over our island. Equestria doesn't exist. Why don't you just kick them out? The captain of the Porto Caballero Royal Guard. He's a die-hard of equestrian loyalist and dangerous player in Porto. With the full support of the mainland elite behind him, he continues to ensure Porto Caballero remains a haven for equestrian tourists and tax dodgers. Born in the town of Fardo di Hino in 970, he grew up poor on a farm, and at the age of 16 he joined the Royal Guard. In the year 1000, as a sergeant, he led a coup against the corrupt president during the chaos of Nightmare Moon's return. He was hailed as hero by the ponies of Porto and promoted to the rank of captain in the guard. Since then, he has been a master manipulator, negotiator, having secured the backing of Canterlot, Las Pegasus, and Manhattan elite. He continued to dominate local politics, removing any president that he didn't see eye to eye with. Interesting. Yeah. So I have a year. Where's that? I don't have that. But whatever. Hippogriff, sea pony, zebra, or pony. All are equal in our new communist society. Racism shall be eradicated completely, and those ethno-nationalists who would drive a wedge between workers will face the workers' justice. Yes. Even though these effects are useless, it does feel nice to do that. I have, 42... 3 months worth of focuses. Well, 4 months, 5 months. That's not enough to fill 2 years. Oh wait, no, just 1 year. Just 1 year. It needs to be that one. Though, yeah, I could fill half a year, and then I'm gonna be stuck here waiting. Yeah, great. How fun. What's this? Oh, you've lost the cornerstone. I mean, we have the lost idol Boris up there, but I don't know what the cornerstone is. It's definitely bad that you lost it, apparently. I love, where are you? The communists in the south have the Golden City. Consumer goods minus 35%. What is that? And how are they amazing? How? The Revolutionary Air Force. Our pilots, whether shooting down enemy bombers, come to destroy our homes, or dropping payloads on enemy soldiers, are the aerial vanguard of the revolution. Yes, they are. I feel like that was confirmed a long while ago, but okay. Alright. Anyone else interested has some interesting effects from the new update? Okay, so you guys actually start with the silence, like in the show. For the better part of a century, the realm of Curia has stagnated under imperial decree by the matriarch superior that outlaws discourse on all things social, technological, and political, collectively referred to as the silence. Perhaps one day the realm will be freed from these decrees, and the silence will end. But it is not today. Yeah, that's a screwed up thing, but you know. You can't emphasize, Legacy of 05. Whoa. Okay, I'll check out you. Yes. Start working on it. We need it done. The Jewel. Sembar's great navy, affectionately titled, or the Jewel of Sambria, has never been defeated by rival Vikings, Makuian pirates, nor foreign peacekeeping forces. The fact that Sambar has forced so many revolts, harsh summers, and failed industrialization policies makes its navy a symbol of stability and order in a chaotic landscape. However, not all is well within the ranks of the Navy. Its bloated budget has seen Samberi suffer to conserve their jewel, and the comrades themselves have shown displeasure for the violent, hostile actions the Regent Vanisto and his zealous reliance on the Admiralty to do his dirty work. As long as Herr Manfred has the Navy on his side, there's little chance any petty revolt could stop him. But if the admirals ever had interest in ending the Regency, there would be nothing to stop them. Okay, then. The Iron Regency. Herr Manfred Vanisto, Regent of Sambar, took power following the events of 1005, but has refused to coronate a new Jarl ever since. The sheer brutality of Vanisto in his quest to eradicate native rebellion has led him to be known as the Iron Regent, a hero among the Hellenian settlers that saw their towns ravaged by the Summer Revolution, but scarce beloved by any. The natives, of course, have a different idea, and even much of the nobility has begun to disagree with the messages of Vanisto in his quest to return Sambar to the old way. One thing is clear, however. Vanisto must choose a new Jarl for Sambar soon. Legacy of 05. Man, you feel like you should have a tree. But let's look at destroying the methods of war. War is a horrific affair, and nowherein is that more evident than the horrors brought with strategic bombing, carpet bombing, napalm, and worse, coat whole cities. Such suffering is incalculable, and it is doubly awful how many could have been our comrades. Nonetheless, we must engage in the dirty practice ourselves. Every bullet stopped from reaching the front line is a comrade saved. True. And then it is not sufficient to merely have a talent, adept to armed forces. We must have the knowledge and skill to properly employ them. Every aspect of military doctrine shall be examined for flaws and potential improvements, and the results shall be forwarded to the military high command. There's always room for thesis and antithesis to form in synthesis. Project Baracle has been declared a success. We have produced a small batch of nuclear-equipped naval mines to be distributed to our mine-laying ships over the next month. Needless to say, these mines carry an enormous payload capable of sinking any ship which sets one off, and although the radiation signature from the uranium core of each mine will make them easier to detect, combined with their immense cost, the majority of our mines will still use conventional payloads. But even a few of these will give our enemies pause before approaching our waters. Every ship sunk with a mine is a sailor's life saved. Yay. Project Barracuda. One obvious naval application of nuclear weapons is torpedoes. A torpedo tipped with a nuclear warhead, even a low-yield one, could effortlessly sink even the heaviest warships. With our recent advances in nuclear technology, this formidable new weapon may finally be in reach. I did not read the last part. Legacy of 05. Native princes, Dohilian insurgents, and Macawian-backed Democrats revolted against the Sambari government in a harrowing event known as Summer Revolution, where the Jarl was murdered and the government of Sambar itself was briefly replaced by a native council, pledging to institute a princely federation in the style of Dohili before a further government could be chosen. The native council received broad support from Sambar's Hindian class, who still grieve its loss. Although with the help of the navy, our glorious leader, Hera Manfred Vanisto, eventually brought an end to the rebellion. The damage was already done. The direct patrona line of the Jarls was extinguished, and Vanisto found himself ruling a city of ashes and a country torn apart by the effects of a revolution. The natives have not forgotten the crackdowns and Vanisto nor the glories of their first revolution, and are determined to set Sambar right once more, whatever the cost. Harmony and calmness support. Good. That's a good sign. Maybe we can find some supporters if we ever go to war with them, even if there are supremacists gathering. Our citizens are starting to believe that a strong government should rule our country. Yeah, great. Our friends in Lambeth. Our friends down here, which have no things. Have the silence. I'm interested in the Feather East and South breeds. I think they start with some focus that tells you more about them, but I think it's gone now. Also, yeah, we have no missions to do. Let's continue reading some of these other guys for now. We have a ravaged environment. In spite of our best efforts at maintaining a healthy balance, the Navy's heavy pressure on our fuel refining program has resulted in unsustainable deforestation and the destruction of the natural beauty. And the Gate of Zebrica, with our Feather Eastern economic rivals to the east, may now be the ones to call the shots in all inbound and outbound trade in southeastern Zebrica. It is Sambato that still remains the traditional custodian of the waters of the peaceful sea and its great horns. With its lucrative sea lanes carrying goods from the great inlands to the international market, defended our natural protection fleet, or a commission, of course. After all roads may lead to Rome, but all ships shall pass by Sambato. You've lost your idol. You have your slave revolt, which is good. There's someone... Oh, yeah. You, my little one. Oh yeah, I'm not doing anything. Because why should I be able to do anything? In Klugetown, anything can be bought for the right price. From exotic drugs to hardened mercenaries, from debt slaves to forged papers. Klugetown offers services most other nations deem immoral, if not outright illegal. The Mafia are in charge, of course. Oh, what's up? Well, I could do more military training. Might as well. Organized crime has completely supplanted the normal state, to the point that unhappy citizens turn to crime bosses for recourse. Their rule has kept Klugetown stable for decades, and they don't take kindly to conquerors seizing their land. And the skydocks of Klugetown. Airships continuously arrive and depart Klugetown, bringing goods and passengers across Zebrica. Naturally, this makes trade easy and lucrative, though it does also open up plentiful opportunities for smuggling, something which bothers Klugetown not at all. Yeah, it's fine. We love it, apparently. Yeah, they kind of suck. Well, that's all the new guys that I haven't murdered. So what I'm thinking is, well, I still have these events still, and I don't want you to miss those. What I'm thinking is, in between, it's just 200 days. We can make it through. We could just come up with some random stuff to talk about, right? Like, our biggest enemy. How are you doing? Cool, whatever. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it now. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut forward a bit, and I'll show you any events that I get along the way, and I'll read them out. But I'll wait till actually recording a full episode once these nukes are done, and I can actually continue down my tree. But I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And as always, peace.